This Indian national movement deals with that we are moving towards freedom and even the partition of India. So what are the things that happened is, after Government of India Act 1935, there was a world war, that is Second World War, that was from the year 1939 to 1945, and that time the Viceroy of India was Lithgow, and he gave a statement, and within this period Subhash Chandra Bose was appointed as the President of Indian National Congress, but soon he left the presidential post and he formed a forward bloc, that is on 22nd June 1939. And after this there came a demand for Pakistan. And what was this? For the first time, the suggestion that the frontier province Sindh, Balochistan and Kashmir should be made the Muslim state within the federation was given by Muhammad Iqbal in 1930. Later, the term Pakistan, that is Pakistan now, was coined by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, and this was because the fear of Muslim to be subjugated by Hindus in free India, and this was realized by Jinnah. Who Jinnah? Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and he demanded the creation of Pakistan, and with this he passed the Pakistan resolution in 1940 in the Lahore session, and this is first time the proposal of separate Pakistan was passed by a Muslim League, which is also called Jinnah's two-nation theory. And in this the famous slogan was given, that is divide and quit, was adopted at Karachi session of the Muslim League in December 1943. After this Pakistan resolution of 1940 came the August offer. August offer was made by the British government, and this offer was announced on 8th August 1940 in order to secure the cooperation of India in the Second World War. This proposal was put forward by the Viceroy Lord Lithgow, and it included like dominion status was given to India after the war, and even Viceroy's Executive Council to be have more Indians. So but later this was rejected by Congress, and it was said that it is a dominion status concept is dead as a doornail, and this comment was made by Nehru, that is quoted, dominion status concept is dead as a doornail. So after this came the individual satyagraha theory, and in this individual satyagraha it was from October 1940 to December 1941. This is against the involvement of Indians in the Second World War. An individual satyagraha was launched by Gandhiji. In this, the nature of satyagraha was limited, non-violent and symbolic. In this satyagraha, many satyagrahis said that Delhi Chalo movement was done, and the first who offered this is Vinoba Bhave, and he was imprisoned for 3 months, and the second one is Jawaharlal Nehru, and he was imprisoned for 4 months. After this came the Cripps mission, and that was from March to April 1942. This is to secure Indian support for the war. Cripps mission was sent to India with constitutional reform under Stanford Cripps in March 1942. And even in this, dominion status for the Indian Union was announced. Election of member for this assembly would be partly done by proportional representation and partly nominated by the prince. And even Cripps mission was termed as a post-dated check in a crushing bank, and this was termed by Gandhiji. The Congress rejected it as this was providing the dominion status, not complete independence. Even the Muslim League had objections, like it was with the idea of single Indian Union, but Muslim League wanted a two-nation, that is India and Pakistan. So even they rejected it. After that came the Quit India movement of 1942. This is commitment of free India to defend itself against all type of fascism and imperialism. In this, Gandhiji instructed the involvement of all different sectors, that is government servants, soldiers, students, peasants, prince, citizen of princely state, and the do or die theory, that either you do or you die doing it. And this do or die slogan was given by Gandhiji in Quit India movement. In this, he kept a fast, that is 21-day long fast, from 12th February to 4th March 1943. After this came the Rajagopalachari formula in the year 1944. In this, the Muslim League was to endorse the Congress demand for independence, the League to cooperate with the Congress in forming a provisional governmental at center. After this formula, that is Rajagopalachari formula, came the Jinnah's objection. Jinnah wanted the Congress to accept the two-nation theory. He wanted only Muslim of the northwest and northeast to vote for the plebiscite and not the entire population. He also opposed the idea of common center. And after Jinnah's objection, it came the Desai-Liaquat Pact of 1944. And what is Desai-Liaquat Pact? It is Bulawai Desai, a leader of Congress, with Liaquat Ali Khan, the leader of Muslim League, drafted a proposal for the formation of an interim government at the center. After this pact, it came the Simla Conference or the Wibble Plan, and this was between 14th June to 14th July 1945. A conference was convened by the Viceroy Lord Wibble at Simla in June 1945. It aimed to reconstruct the Governor-General Executive Council pending the preparation of the new constitution. After the Wibble Plan, it came the Indian National Army, that is INA. The idea of Indian National Army, INA, was first conceived in Malaya by Mohan Singh, an Indian officer of the British Indian Army, and when he decided not to join the retreating British Army and instead returned to Japan for help, the Japanese handed over the Indian prisoner of war, that is POW, to Mohan Singh, who tried to recruit them into Indian National Army. So they went to Japan and they got back their POW, that is prisoner of wars. In 1942, after the fall of Singapore, Mohan Singh further got 45,000 prisoner of war into his sphere of influence. On 2nd July 1943, Subhash Chandra Bose reached Singapore and gave the rousing cry of Dilli Chalo. So the slogan Dilli Chalo is given by Subhash Chandra Bose, and even the slogan Jai Hind is given by Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose was made the president of Indian Independence League and soon became the supreme commander of Indian National Army. There was 3 brigades in Indian National Army. That way, Subhash Brigade, Gandhi Brigade and Nehru Brigade, and the women wing were Rani Lakshmi Bai, and it was headed by Lakshmi Sehgal. After the Indian National Army, that is formation of Indian National Army, it was Royal Indian Navy, that is RIN, or Rating Immunity. It was Rating Mutiny, and this was on 18th February 1946. On 18th February 1946, Bombay rating of the HMIS Talwar called for a mutiny due to racial discrimination, unpalatable food and abuse after the arrest of B.C. Datta, who had scrawled "Quit India" on the ship. On 19th February 1946, the HMS Hindustan in Karachi also started the mutiny, and this was later pursued by Vallabhbhai Patel and Jinnah's support. After this, it came cabinet mission, and it was from March to June 1946. It came on 15th March 1946 under the Prime Minister of England, Lord Clement Attlee, and in this, the right of self-determination and framing of constitution for India was conceded. The 3 member for this cabinet mission plan was Patrick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps and A.V. Alexander. After the cabinet mission, Jinnah announced the direct action, that is called the Direct Action Resolution, and this was on 16th August 1946, and this was because Jinnah was alarmed at the result of the election in which Congress won 209 seats out of total 273 seats. So he thought Muslim League was in danger, so he passed the Direct Action Resolution, and it was condemned both by British government and Congress as it was a heavy communal riots, mass killing and many things. So it is also considered a black day. After this, there was a formation of interim government, and that was on 2nd September 1946. Based on the cabinet mission plan, an interim government consisting of Congress nominee was formed on September 2nd, 1946. Here, Nehru was the vice president and the governor general renamed as its president. Now, after this interim government formation, it came the formation of Constituent Assembly, that is on 9 December 1946, and the first elected president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. After the formation of Constituent Assembly, it came Attlee's statement on 20th February 1947. After this, there was a Mountbatten Plan on 3rd June 1947, and this was the intention to transfer power. The definite intention to transfer power was announced by Prime Minister Attlee. In this Mountbatten Plan, the transfer of power was done. And finally came the Indian Independence Act of 1947. The British government accorded formal approval of the Mountbatten Plan by enacting the Indian Independence Act on 18th July 1947. Here the partition of India and Pakistan was done, and it came into effect on 15th August 1947, that we celebrate as Independence Day. Here Radcliffe Boundary Committee drew the boundary line separating India and Pakistan. So the boundary of India and Pakistan is called Radcliffe Line. On 15th August 1947, India, and on 14th August 1947, Pakistan came into existence as two independent states. Here, Lord Mountbatten was made the first Governor General of independent India, whereas Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the first Governor General of Pakistan. After that, integration of states were done. And in the integration of state, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played a very important role in the integration of state. And finally, India was now an independent country. So now let's see some questions relating to this topic which came in the exams previously, that is previous year questions of this topic. The first is, when did the Royal Indian Naval Mutiny take place? So it was on 18th February 1946. Do or die slogan given by which movement? So it was given in Quit India movement by Gandhiji. Who decided the Cripps proposal as a post-dated check on a crushing bank? So it was Mahatma Gandhi. What proposal were made in the August offer? It was dominion status and expansion of Viceroy's Executive Council with more Indians in it, and that was after the war, that is Second World War. And there are some questions like chronological sequence, like what came after which, that is non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Quit India movement. You need to arrange them in a chronological order, that is Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Pune Pact, Communal Award, and again arranging them in chronological order, like what came first and what is at the last. The other question which comes are like, who was the Viceroy of India in the time of Quit India movement? Who was the Viceroy of India on the time of Quit India movement? So it was Lord Lintingau, as he was the Viceroy of India in the Quit India movement, that is 1942. Gandhiji's famous Quit India movement call to the British was given in the year 1942. The cabinet mission of 1946 was led by Lord Pentic Lawrence. Which national leader did not defend soldiers of the Indian National Army in 1945 case dealing with trial? Like when the Indian Army came with Subhash Chandra Bose with the slogan Dilli Chalo, they came to Red Fort, they were arrested and the trial was done. So who is the one who did not defended them? He is C. Rajagopalachari, who pronounced the motto "Go back to the Vedas," and this was given by Dayananda Saraswati. So hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, share and comment. And yes, we also prepared all the previous year paper of SSC exams like SSC CGL, CHSL, CPO, Steno and etc. with detailed solution, and the link is given in the description box below. Till then, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for daily updates. Thank you.